like there are certain questions that you're never going to get answers for, sorry. No matter how much you ask these questions, there's never going to be like a fixed answer. You can give yourself answers to these questions, but nobody really does have the answer. The answer to the question is, when is it finally going to be my turn? Because if there is one question that I've asked myself a lot since this year started, is when is it finally going to be my turn? Not because I am desperate, or am I desperate? Maybe I am desperate, who knows? But the reason why I'm asking this question is because I genuinely, from the deepest part of my heart, do not want to go into another year or end this year the way I ended last year. Now, I know that last year I made some progress, which I am very grateful for, but I want more. And there is nothing wrong with wanting more. Everybody wants more. Since this year started, I have had multiple trades on my prop firm account, and I have hit stop loss back to back, right? And it brings me back to the famous question of, what am I doing wrong? Is there something I can fix? Is there something I have to let go of? Is there something I should do different? And on all these questions, trust me, I have not had answers. Now, don't get me wrong when I'm saying that I am desperate. Not desperate in the sense of I want money quick, but the thing is, I want things to work out already. That is what I mean. I've been very sick for a couple of days. I have been going through it when it comes to my health, and even in my health condition, I try to like look at the charts to see what is happening, to see what the market is doing, but I can barely see anything, right? So I just told myself, you know what, maybe I should just record this video. I don't know if any other person is going through this or they feel this way. They say it's going to work out. Even sometimes when I feel like, okay, let me just take a break, let me take a little break, and I go on social media, you're going to see people who will say things like, oh, it's because you're not working hard enough, you're not doing the hard work, you're not putting in the work. And the only question that comes to my mind at that point is, how else should I put in the work? What should I do that I have not done? Maybe I should meditate more. Maybe I should study the chart more. And you're going to watch another video and the person is going to say something in the lines of, oh, it's not about watching learning more strategy or learning your strategy again. There is something you need to do. Maybe it's your win rate, maybe it's your risk to reward. And I'm just like, there's something wrong, but I don't know what is wrong. But am I going to find out what is wrong? Definitely I'm going to find out what is wrong. Am I going to find out what is wrong immediately? Maybe no, maybe yes. I don't really know. Genuinely, from the deepest part of my heart, I don't know. But I just keep telling myself that it is going to be all right with time. That is the only consolation that I have for myself right now. The thing is, there is this psychological breakdown you get when you start your year with losing streak. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. Like, you had a good year, a good end of year, when you were like forward testing your trade, paper trading, and now that you're using actual funds to trade and you start hitting stop loss back to back, there is just something in your head that automatically feels like, what are you doing wrong? Maybe there is something you need to fix. Maybe there is something, oh, what there's not. I'm just so confused. My greatest hope for now is for things to finally pull up. I don't think this year started so good for me because I am down with my health condition. I am down with my trades. There is just so many things going on. But the thing is, I am not somebody who starts something and gives up or quits. I think today I feel stronger. That is why I can make this video. But we still keep going no matter what happens. This already feels like it's part of me, part of my life, part of my journey. Yeah, I'm making this video. I just don't know why. I just felt called to do the video. I just felt this urge to make the video, and I've made it. Whatever the video is going to do to anybody, I hope it brings value, though. I don't know if it's going to bring value or not, but I'm just doing it. I'm sure a lot of you must have been tired of my complaining and my ranting when it comes to trading. I'm sure some of you are like, why is she always having stop losses and everything? Unfortunately, this is my reality. This is how it is for me, at least at this moment, right? And I have a strong belief that it's going to be different very soon. Do I know when? No, that's the funniest thing. You don't know when, you just know that it's going to be different very soon. And the honest reason why I created this channel was because I wanted to share my journey, and this is the journey that I'm sharing with you guys. It is not always going to be, as they say, it's not always going to be rosy, but this is my reality as a trader right now, and I am sharing this reality with you guys. Is the same way I'm going to share the result, the success with you guys as well. So the only thing that I'm not going to do is give up. I'm not giving up. I don't know if trading is trying to drive me away, but it's not going to succeed. Dear trading, you cannot succeed in driving me away. So we are here, no matter what. Let's quickly have a weekly recap. I'll share with you guys every trade that I took this week, how the trade went, and before we get into that, I need to admit to some few mistakes that I made this week, and one of those major mistakes was that I did not journal properly. I did not actually journal my trade properly. When I'm going through my journal right now, I'm realizing that I journaled just one trade, and that trade that I even journaled was after taking the trades and after I had hit stop loss. Meanwhile, one of my rules states that I should journal my trade before and after. Another mistake that I made was that I went against my rule when I hit stop loss on gold and I entered another trade again. We are going to talk about that throughout this video. But if there's one thing I want to say right now that is going to go to me and to every other trader, is that this is the process, this is the journey, this is how it is. I'm not saying that this is how it is for everybody, right? For the fact that I had multiple losses this week, next week might be different. Next week might still be the same thing. But the only thing that I'm getting out of everything is that I don't need to pressure myself. But I think that the reason why I feel a little bad was because I had so much high, my hopes were too high. And yes, I followed my risk management, and that was even the most important part. Most important part for me was to follow my risk management, which I did accordingly, which I'm very proud of myself for. But that aside, I really did some few mistakes here and there this week, which I've talked about already, and which I'm going to talk about the more I go through the chart. Now, that being said, if there is one thing that almost broke me, was the fact that when I was looking at Euro USD, for example, I was looking at it from a bullish perspective, right? And I think I'm not the only person who saw Euro USD bullish. That does not mean that I was looking through the lens of other people, but that just means that I saw a bullish movement and I saw my my entry or my confirmations as well. But for some reason I kept on hitting stop loss, right? It made me feel so bad. I'm not going to lie, I felt so bad. But that does not change the fact that out of every there's one word that I'm trying to use right now, but it's not coming in my head. Out of every losses, there's definitely going to be a win. This is the stage of my trading where I'm struggling, and I'm glad that I'm actually talking about this right here. This is my most vulnerable moment, or this is one of my most vulnerable moments as a trader. And I cannot wait for that moment where we are going to talk about the good part of it and how we are going to navigate everything. If there is one thing I want to practice more recently, is meditation. Meditate I meditate a lot, not because it is affecting me seriously, because the trades that I took this week, they're affecting me a lot, and I am learning that I am disciplined. Of course I am consistent, that is good, but there are periods where I am not completely disciplined, or I'm not completely consistent with everything that I do, especially when it comes to trading. I think I need to come to this point where I actually treat trading like a business and not just a hobby. Now let's go to the chart, and I'm going to share with you guys everything that I did and every trade that I took, so we are going to talk about it accordingly. You guys even know what is funny enough? I had some trade on BTC, but I didn't take those trades. And the trade on BTC, I had some trade on BTC, right? And this trade on BTC, I didn't take them. But for some reason, this trade on BTC actually hit CP. And the other trades that I did take hit stop loss. And I think that is one very funny experience that I don't know if other traders experience such things. It always feels like at the end of the day, the one that you took hit stop loss and the one that you did not take hit CP. And it's crazy, it's really crazy. I'm so glad that I can smile right now. I've not smiled in days. So we're going to start with the trade on gold, and let me so this is our trade on gold right here. This is gold on the daily time frame, on the 4 hours, sorry. And on the 4 hours, I was noticing that gold is actually bullish, right? So I was looking out for buys more. And if there is one mistake that I made with gold, is that I needed to wait to see price get to a key level, and price did not give me that key level on gold when I was waiting to buy for the first time. Let me explain what I mean. Now this here, I saw it like a sell, a fair value gap. This is a selling fair value gap. So I was looking out to have something like a sell somewhere here. Price did not give us that. Price kept on buying, right? Price got to this fair value gap here, and it gave us a little retracement to the downside. But I was looking out to buy. Why was I looking out to buy? I saw a CRT formation on this area here. This is my CRT formation right here. So I was entering with this dead candlestick. It took me out. I entered again here, and it still took me out. So I've not traded gold since I hit stop loss 2 times on gold, sorry. Now when it comes to Euro USD, on the other hand, Euro USD has been bullish on the higher time frame as well. So I had marked my key level, which is which is this fair value gap right here. So I was looking out to enter somewhere here at this fair value gap. Oh, I deleted it. But price took me out 2 times, which made me feel very, very bad. But one thing that I'm moving into the current week or the next week with is going to be make sure I journal every trade before and after. If I don't feel good about the trade, then I will not take that trade. Then for my risk management, I'm going to reduce my risk from 1% to 0.5% until I get out of drawdown. Then I'm going to bring it back to 1%, because currently my account is down at least 3%, if I'm not mistaken, or 3 point something, or 4% even. So because I took a trade yesterday on Euro USD again and hit stop loss, so I'm just tired of hitting stop loss back and forth. So I'm just, at this point, I'm just like, okay, whatever. But as I said earlier, for the fact that I hit multiple stop loss today does not mean that it's going to be the exact same thing next week. So we are here to learn, we are here to improve, and we are here to get better. So definitely we are looking forward to see how the market is going to treat us in the week ahead. So that is basically what I had to share with you guys in today's episode, and I'm going to see you guys in another one. Goodbye.